Yo, slow budget. Once again. Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Big Burn Show. Today's date is June 23rd, and it is a Friday. Man, a lot of stuff going on, I have a lot of questions that were asked on Snapchat and Instagram. Send it. Anonymous questions I'll answer later. But the biggest news that's going around seems to be this billionaire that went down on a cruise or a voyage to the Titanic. He was a British billionaire. And then, as I was reading more about this guy, I guess this guy died the way he wanted to. Yeah, he had a lot of money, but he did a lot of crazy stuff with his money. And it was all adventurous stuff like this. He actually went into space. He was part of a group that went into space. So do you know how much stuff could have happened there? I mean, he could have died a year ago when he went into space. This guy has said he has Guinness Book of World Records for his daring exploit. He's made multiple trips to the South Pole, including one with Buzz Aldrin, the great astronaut Buzz Aldrin, who became the oldest person to reach the pole at 86 years old. So, I mean, he could have died doing that. Climbing those South Poles and North Poles and all those mountains, and that's some dangerous stuff. One of the persons that also died with him was one of Pakistan's wealthiest man, 48-year-old guy who was rich. So, I mean, these guys had money and they did crazy stuff with their money. The company that went down, they offer private tours of the Titanic, $250,000 per person. So that Pakistan billionaire went down with the sun. That was $500,000 right there for two people. So it's crazy. It's an 8-day trip to Titanic as a chance to step outside of everyday life and discover something truly extraordinary. That's how they advertised this voyage. So this, I think 5 people died. Yeah, it's tragic, but like I said, the guy the billionaire from Great Britain or wherever he's from, he's done all kind of crazy stuff. So I guess you could say he died the way he wanted to, just doing what he loved. Sad, but life goes on. So they're officially lost at sea. They said the hours of air is already expired, so they're already done. Let's see what else is going on before I start answering questions. So, as parents, here's something weird. We always say, I'm never going to turn into my parent. But there's already a few terms I've used and my parents used on me. Like, remember, if you cry, I'll give you something to cry about. I never thought I would say that as a parent, but I think I've said it multiple times with my kids. The other day, I said one with Corey. And it was, for someone so smart, you sure do a lot of dumb things. I remember my mom always telling me that. For someone so smart, you sure do a lot of dumb things. So let me tell you what happened. My son gave us a ride the other day, but he had this ice chest in his car, so we put it in mine. And then it was in my car for a few days. And I was like, Corey, there should be some water in there. Go out. She opened it up. She goes, oh my God, that thing stinks. So she closed it. And then a day passed and she went in there to get water bottles. And when I went into the car, she left the thing open. So I called her over like, Corey, for someone so smart, you sure do a lot of dumb things. You told me this thing stinks, so why didn't you close it? She was like, oh my goodness, I thought I did. So it was just one of those things that we always say we're never going to turn into our parents, but there's a bunch of stuff that I've said to my kids that I never thought I would. Speaking of Corey, something happened yesterday. I've mentioned this before on my podcast. If I had any superpower, it would be my quick reflexes. I know for a fact it's faster than the average person. So yesterday, I was standing by the sink around my son-in-law's house, my daughter Jasmine's house, and she was making she was putting butter on some toast. And it was at the edge of the counter. And then not even knowing, I'm not even paying attention, I'm not even close, it starts to fall. And with my quick reflexes, boom, I put my hand out and I pin the plate and the toast to the side. So it doesn't fall, only maybe drop like a foot, and I catch it. And I stop it and I pick it up. I was like, there you go. I was like, whoa, Corey, you gotta admit that was pretty cool. She was like, yeah, it was cool, but you're not a superhero. I go, Corey, again, I never said I was a superhero. All I said was, That would be my superpower, quick reflexes. She was like, whoa, so you have quick, she was, so what, you think you're Superman now? We went back and forth. I go, no, Sakura, I never said I was a Superman. She was, oh, you think you're Spider-Man? I was like, Cora, I'm not Spider-Man. She was, well, when is that ever going to be useful? I was like, right now, it was just useful. I saved your dang toast from falling on the floor. I go, the average person, trust me, would not have been able to do what I just did. So I just thought it was funny. We were going back and forth. At first she thought it was cool, but then she remembered my podcast. She's like, oh, so you think you're a superhero now? My granddaughter's here. Yeah. So I say, let's go in. What else is going on? So I'm going to answer some of my Snapchat questions and Instagram questions. I'll start with Snapchat because I'll start with Instagram. Usually I get more on Instagram than I do Snap, but it was the opposite this day. Okay, so my first question from Instagram is, would you ever get with me? Again, these are anonymous, so I have no idea who this is, but thank you for the question. Let's see. You ever think about having the ability to teleport? Man, that was probably one of the cool. If I could have eight, that would probably be one of the coolest powers to teleport. Imagine not having to drive nowhere and having to just teleport somewhere. Yeah, that would save a lot of time, and that would be fun. So thank you for that question. You have a nice smile. Thank you, but I rarely smile. But thank you for the question. The next one. I've gotten this one bunch. Ops on me for real. Again, so I'm pretty sure someone doesn't like me, but yet they follow me. I don't get it. So next question, any pets? No, I think I've answered this a few times. We just can't keep pets alive in my family. We have dogs that escape, they get hit by cars. So yeah, so we just don't do the pet thing. We don't have enough time. I mean, think about it. If you live in San Manuel, you know there's dogs running around all day, every day. People cannot control their pets. They're always getting out. Of course, people will probably, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, but they get out 3 times a week. I mean, so I don't want to add to that, and it's just easier to not have pets. So let's see. Let me go to some of the the Snapchat questions now. Hi, Shay Shay. Hi. My granddaughter's so beautiful. Oh, say hi. Hi, everyone. She gets into a lot of trouble, but she's so cute. Okay, let's see. First question. Why isn't summer softball having games in San Manuel? You know what? I gotta ask Bernadette that, because I love when the softball's here in San Manuel, because I like to just go eat, you know what I mean? Watch a game, and it's just fun in the evening when it's, don't feel like cooking. We'll go down, they always serve good food at the softball, and it's affordable. Unlike Little League. So yeah, so I'm gonna ask, hopefully they're gonna have some games down here. It's just me and my kids get away and eat some good food. Thanks for that question. Pizza Garden is selling hot dogs and hamburgers. Have you done a review there yet? No, I'm not gonna do a review on Pizza Garden. It's one of those things, like it has changed big time, and it is what it is. They're trying, they're trying to do more stuff like horseshoe tournaments, and I don't eat there as much anymore. I'll still get sandwiches from there. Put it that way. They still have good sandwich, a good pastrami sandwich. So I'm not going to do a review, but it has changed from the old pizza place. But like I said, some of the food's still good, and I still go a lot. Thank you for that question. You're a deal, FYI. All right, thank you for that. That one was funny. I love these questions. Where are your parents from? My mom was from East LA, and my dad was from South Central. My dad went to Fremont High School right there in the hood. That's a homeschool I was supposed to go to before I got bused to the valley. And my mom's a Rough Rider, Roosevelt High School, East LA. And so thank you for that question. What's your number one song on Spotify? I don't know. I don't really use Spotify. It's just one app I don't use. I use YouTube Music for my playlist. So thank you for that question. You're a pretty cool person. Thank you. I try to. Thank you. I try to be a cool person. Are you single? Yes, I am. Thank you for that question. The school should sell the swimming pool to the San Manuel Revitalization Council. They could apply for grants. The school can't to fix it up. The county would even help. Now, that is something good. Maybe I'll bring that. I'll screenshot this, and I'll bring that up to the next school board meeting. That was a very good question. Thank you. 2 to 3 years ago, the school board voted to sell the Mammoth School, the pool, and the First Avenue B properties. Where are they on that process? Again, very good question. I will bring that up at the next school board meeting, or try to find answers. Will you run for school board? You voicing everyone's concerns seem to get things moving. Thank you. I appreciate it. I talked about this the other day. It's something I'm looking forward to. The only thing I would not want to do is take my buddy Louis' spot, because if you see the demographics, he's like the only Hispanic on the committee, and I don't want to do that. Take another, just replace one Hispanic with another. I would rather have two Hispanics on the panel. I do know that one person's term is coming up in a couple of years, and he's not going to be running again, he told me. So maybe I'll go for that position. But yeah, I would only run if I do not take Louis' position on the school board. Thank you. I hope I answered that question. And that's all it for those questions. All right, guys. So that was all the questions I've gotten this week. Let's see. Give another shout out to my grandson Ethan, who had a birthday on the 20th. This Saturday, my daughter has a swim meet, so we'll be doing that tomorrow. And then after that, my kids are going to a family birthday party for my great niece Esperanza, my niece Star, my great niece Star baby. So she'll be turning 1. Let's see what else is going on. I want to give a quick shout out to Christy Loya. She's works right here at La Casita. She's a loyal listener. She's been listening for a while, so I want to give a quick shout out to her. Other than that, hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you guys on Monday.
Burn one. Yo. 21. Slow budget. Once again.